A story now about a popular food delivery app that has teamed up with several South Texas restaurants to provide Thanksgiving meals to some 2,000 families in need.
Tonight, our Taylor Alanis tells us how the families receiving the food were chosen.
These Good and Crisp workers are preparing nearly 50 meals for people around the coastal bend. And guess what? It's all for free. It already smells like Thanksgiving in the Good and Crisp kitchen. On the menu,
2 pieces of chicken, mashed potatoes, green beans, a couple of biscuits,
and some pecan pie. General Manager Tracy Ledford says it's easy teaming up with Waitr to spread holiday cheer.
because I've been that person that's needed a meal.
The restaurant she runs is just one of 3, along with the food delivery app, helping Corpus Christi families in need.
We go through a few services in the area. We did United Way, and we also let customers nominate families that they may happen to know or hear about.
Waitr had a 5-week fundraiser where customers could make a donation that would directly help provide these free meals to people in their area.
I was in that position to where I needed the help. I'm glad that I'm able to show my kids this is what you do to pay it forward.
Waitr drivers even volunteered their time to deliver the food. And families thankful knowing their community cares.
I think it's wonderful. It's helpful because having an infant, it is not easy to cook meals in the kitchen.
And tomorrow, Waitr will be teaming up with another restaurant to deliver more meals. On the south side, Taylor Alanis, 3 News.
Fun time of year to see all the good things happening.
Yeah,
The season.
exactly.
Yeah.